normally start off the episodes with like a random fact that I've learnt, but I've learnt nothing.
You've learnt nothing?
Have you learnt anything in the past few days? Can be absolutely anything.
No, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about narcissists, and I've learned a few things about narcissists.
There you go.
So,
Narcissists.
Yeah, just like their tactics and stuff. And I'm like, I'll be ready. But
You'll be ready.
I'll be ready.
Oh, it sounds like you're ready for something.
Yeah. Ready for a narcissist.
Ready for a narcissist.
Try me. Yeah.
Fuck around and find out, hey?
Yeah.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Fill in the Gaps. I am Egg, and with me today is a tattoo artist who you can't find at any private studios as of right now.
Yeah.
But you can still go get tatted.
Yep.
And also not the first greyhound parent that we've had on the podcast.
Really? Oh,
Now
they're
the
everywhere
second,
now.
exactly. The greyhounds or the parents, or both.
Oh, yeah. I guess the parents. I would bring him if I could. But.
Should have. It's Claire. How you going?
I'm good. How are you, Egg?
Not too bad. Pretty tired. It's been a
Yeah.
big weekend, but when is it not a big weekend?
No.
You know, it's just how it goes.
It's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
And the heat as well.
Oh no,
yeah.
it's disgusting. And I think it's getting hotter this week.
What? It's 43 today.
I know. Apparently, it's meant to be 43 again tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
And then 41, and then 39, and then just downhill, uphill. It's technically.
I don't know. I feel like it's downhill
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's gross.
We'll be feeling downhill. The temps will be going uphill. Yeah. Please be sure to go like, subscribe, rate, comment, share the show, all that. And shout out to Flasher Clothing for sponsoring the podcast. Go hit them up. Yeah, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
It's just been Valentine's Day. Happy late Valentine's.
Yeah, thank you. Happy Valentine's Day to you too.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You got me flowers, which was nice.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you like them.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Did you do much for Valentine's?
What did I do a couple of days ago? No, I think my partner and I, we both had the day off and we just went for like a walk with the dog, sat around, ate food. I think we had a picnic on the foreshore. Like there was about 100 other couples there as well. So
Of course.
yeah, no, that's basically it. Just like a chill day is what I like. I don't really care about fancy. We've never really been like Valentine's Day people. I think it's a bit lame, but
I think it is as well. Yeah, it's just a bit expensive and unnecessary.
yeah,
Like, I
it's just
don't
like another thing to sell you things.
Exactly.
I think, so,
That's
yeah.
pretty much it. And
Yeah.
if you're only doing stuff on Valentine's, then it's not really a
No,
good sign for your
it's kind of
relationship,
just
is
to
it?
show, like, so, nah, we just like to chill out when we have days off. That's
Fair enough, especially when it's midweek, I suppose.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Great. As we mentioned, greyhound parent.
Yes, I am, yeah.
Neville, is it?
Yeah, Neville, yeah. Yeah, my
Shout out to
partner
Neville.
came up with that name. I was
Good
pretty
stuff.
impressed, yeah.
It's a good name. I
Yeah,
like it.
well, it's kind of like, because they look so nervous a lot of the time. They look so, like, timid and nervous.
Nervous Neville.
So, yeah, Neville, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice. How's he been going, and how did the process kind of come about of getting a greyhound, and what made you go with a greyhound?
I've always loved greyhounds just because, like, the whole racing industry is, I've learnt a lot recently. It's not great, to say the least. So I've always really liked them, and, like, you can only rescue them. You actually can't buy a greyhound puppy. They don't breed them for, like, just pets. Yeah, they go to races, and that's the only way you can get them is after they've retired or whatever. So I've always really liked them. So basically how it came about is my rabbit passed away. So I was pretty devastated about that, because he was like the only pet I had pets as like a child and stuff like that, but never my own pet. And so he passed away. And I always said, like, once we don't have the rabbit, I'll really want a dog. And I literally was just browsing one day. I wasn't planning on getting anything. I was just like on Gumtree, I think, just looking at ads. And yeah, I just saw him pop up and I'm like, oh, he's really, really sweet. He just had this really nice face, even though, like, I reckon the photos that adoption agencies have, they're always really bad. But yeah, I just was like, oh, there's something about him I really like. And I was really excited, and I like contacted them and I was like, oh, like, can I have an appointment to come and see him? And they're like, yeah, all good. But I hadn't spoken to my partner about it at all. And then I kind of did, and he was like, no, I'm not ready for a dog. Like, I'm studying, I've got a mortgage, like, I don't want any responsibility. Now that we don't have Keith, which is my rabbit, yeah, I don't want any responsibility, basically. So I was like, well, I don't want to pull out of the appointment. I was so excited, and I like messaged them and stuff, and I shouldn't have done that, but without telling him. but I was like, no, I don't want to pull out. I'll still go and like go look at him and whatever. And I'll say no. I'll just have a look and I'll just start the process of just looking at some dogs and whatever. And he was like, yeah, all right. And initially he was going to come, but then he had work or something, and then he didn't. And he was like, don't bring the dog home. And I was just like, oh, no, I won't. How funny would it be if I did, sort of thing. And then I went there, and the funny thing is like I bought the money for it, but I was like, no, I don't know why. It's like just one of those things that was like in my mind that I chose to kind of like, just not pay attention to.
That's a normal thing that people do when they're not going to buy something. They normally take the money with them.
Yeah. So I took the money with me, and I went there, and it was out in Northam, so I drove like an hour and a half to get there. And I got there, and the ladies, I brought him out into the area they view him, and he wasn't really like interested in me at all. He just wanted to like sniff and like piss on the lawn and stuff. But I was like, oh, how cute. Like, and then the lady was like, oh, so you're not taking him home today, or like, what do you reckon? And I was like, oh, nah, like I haven't sorted it out with my partner. And she was just kind of like like in a nice way, like guilt tripping me a little bit, like, oh, if you go home, like you'll be thinking about him in the shed and all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, all right, I'll take him.
Tug on the heartstrings.
So
what a salesman.
So she really tugged on my heartstrings, and she was really like good at that. And then they were like, yeah, here you go. Chucked him in the back of my little shitty Ford Fiesta, which was not set up at all for the dog to go in there. But I took him home. I gave him a good bath, bought him like bowls and like a bed and everything. And I was like, shit, what have I done? And I was like freaking out because I was like, oh no, my partner's going to be really upset. Because he was just like, no, please don't bring the dog. I'm not ready for one. And I was like, okay. And then, he walked in and the dog was just there, and he was just like, Claire, like, why? And he was like, he was pretty off me for a couple of days, but now they're like best friends. So, I'm really happy with my decision. But at the time I was driving home and I was like, oh shit, what have I done? Like, why am I so impulsive? Like,
it's the same as when you live with your parents and you go to get first tattoos and they don't want you to get tattoos. They say it's easier to ask for, easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission.
Yeah,
so.
that I do that a lot as well. But this time, like, I was just like, after this decision, like, no, I've really got to start like pulling it together, kind of thing. But yeah, I'm really glad I did. He's the best dog ever.
There you go. Yeah. And classic guys with dogs that they don't
want.
Oh,
I know. I just don't. I think they're scared of the commitment, but once they have the commitment, they love it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they're like, oh, I've got something to live for. Like,
Yeah. Good. I love that.
Yeah.
How was he in the car? Because they're pretty like placid dogs, hey?
He's very placid. Obviously at first I think he was a little bit stressed out and stuff, but no, he was pretty good. He just kind of kept wanting to like climb on top of me, but I know it's just like pushing him back. He's excellent in the car now. He kind of gets it now, but the first couple of times, I ended up getting a speeding fine actually, because he was like, he came across and I couldn't see and it's pretty bad. I couldn't see the speed or whatever. And I got it the other day. Like I've been speeding with this dog, and he was like just sitting there.
Mm-hmm. Blame it on the dog.
Yeah,
Blame it on the dog.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But he was all right, but.
Definitely wasn't another Ford Fiesta pulling up and revving going, come on. And you're like, all right,
no.
Yeah, definitely the dog.
No,
okay.
Yeah, definitely the dog.
For sure. Because I don't know. I like dogs. I know a bit about dogs, but I don't know much about greyhounds. But recently, because me and my partner have just moved to Scarborough, and the lady that lives in the unit next door, we knew that she had like a Chihuahua or a Chihuahua cross or something. And then she pulled up and she heard our dogs barking because they're little shits just barking at the door. You let them out and then they just do nothing. And then she was like, oh, I've got a Chihuahua cross, Jack Russell, whatever he is, and he's old, and he came and said hi and whatever. And she was like, oh, I've also got a greyhound. And we were like, oh, okay, we got to meet this one. And then she called him and he came around. This dude was like a horse. Like,
they can get pretty big.
Dog. And it just like stood right next to us, just didn't didn't ask for pats or anything, just like stood there. And then our little Maltese cross Chihuahua just sat underneath straight up and just like trying to bark. And I'm like, Miley, what do you think you're going to do in this situation? You're not going to do anything.
You've got the small dog syndrome. Yeah.
She very much does. Yes.
Yeah. No, they can get really, really big and they're really muscular. And lean and stuff. So they just tower over other dogs. But
so placid. And then our door was open, so it just walked straight into our unit and just went out the back, just trotted around.
They're so placid. They're the best. I reckon they're just such good like little companions to have, and especially like good for apartments and townhouses too. they go for their zoomies like once or twice a day, and then they come home and they just sleep all day. It's great. It fits my lifestyle pretty well.
Nice. Is that pretty much what you do as well?
Yeah, I'll have like
Zoomies
a couple of zoomies a day, and then I'll just sleep, the rest of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because Zach, who came on the first episode of this podcast, and then just after the new year, he adopted a greyhound as well.
Oh, okay.
Cyril. And
that's so cute.
Yeah, and I still haven't met Cyril yet, so I probably should organise that. But yeah, he was saying the same things. Like, they're so placid, they just sleep. And he was saying that his friend had to like hop his fence or something because she left her key in her house or something, and he had a spare key. And she like hopped the fence and like went into the house, and the dog just kind of looked up.
They're really bad guard dogs.
And then just like went back to sleep. And
yeah, they're
like,
not.
Nice.
They're not. If you want a guard dog, definitely don't go for a greyhound.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what other greyhounds are like, but mine doesn't even bark. Like, I've heard him bark like maybe 4 times, and it's just been one like woof. Like literally
scares himself with the wolf or something.
Yeah. And if a dog's barking, you'll just kind of look at it like, what are you doing? Like, he just doesn't have a voice really.
It's probably my dogs are the ones that are barking.
Yeah, exactly. The small ones. Yeah.
I've got a Chihuahua and a Chihuahua cross, and they just like they're normally okay, but anyone coming to the door or driving past our unit, they just go off, and then you open the door and then they just run back inside.
Yeah, well, they're protective and they love you, but they can't like back it up.
All bark, no bite.
Yeah, exactly.
Did Neville have a name before you adopted him?
He did, yeah. His name was Jackson, and I was like,
I prefer Neville.
Yeah, I like Neville. And like, he never responded to Jackson like ever, and then we called him Neville a few times and he was already responding to it, so we didn't feel too bad about that. Yeah.
And you had no pushback against the name Neville? You didn't have any other names?
I've always wanted to have an animal called Kevin. Like, I just like really like the name Kevin.
The K names.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, Kevin Keith, like an old man who works in accounting sort of thing. It has to be that kind of name.
Mm-hmm.
Where was I?
Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson,
Kevin.
sorry.
Yes.
His name was Jackson. And we just named him Neville. My partner's very good at naming things. But the Kevin thing, I was kind of calling him Kevin when it was just me and him, but I was like, it didn't really seem right. And my partner's like, nah, Kevin's like a big like bulldog sort of thing. And I was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Bulldogs, Kevin, George.
Yeah, like a kind of, I don't know how, it's not really a strong name, but it's like, Neville's a bit more, greyhoundy.
A nugget kind of name.
Yeah.
Nice.
So.
Oh, cute. I like when animals have like very strong human names.
I think it's becoming a thing now. I think it's more of a like.
I like it.
Yeah. Instead of like the Spot and that kind of thing, it's more like real human names.
It drives me crazy. I don't like those. Like when you see the top dog names list and it's just the same
Oh, no, I haven't seen
names.
that.
It's just the same, like the same names you would expect to see.
Yeah, right.
It's just not creative. So if I got to name a dog, I would either go with a strong human name that's just specifically a human name, or just total opposite end and just go wild and wacky. Like I've always said, I want a golden retriever, and I want to name her Detective Olivia Gonzalez because it's D-O-G.
Okay.
And then people are like, oh, Olivia. And I'm like, no, Detective Olivia Gonzalez. Very much call her by her full name. So still holding on to it that I'll get there one day.
That's cool, yeah.
So does he go for many runs or?
Yeah, well, by law, and I didn't know this until someone told me, and I was actively doing it, but they're actually not allowed to be off the lead, even in dog parks and stuff. We kind of like, I think a few owners as well, they're kind of like, it doesn't matter kind of thing. But if you know your dog really well, I think it's fine. But like, because they're sight hounds, they've got really, really good eyesight, and they can kind of lock on to something and then just like chase it, and without any regard for the environment around them. So they disregard like cars, objects, things like that, and they can end up hurting themselves, or as Neville has done, zoomied around the park and kind of hit people in the legs and like, older people in the legs. And, they can go so fast, like greyhounds can go up to like 70 k's an hour. I don't think he could, but and it can cause damage and stuff. So I didn't know that until someone told me on Reddit, actually. So
there you go. Yeah, that's where I find your news, Reddit.
Yeah, I love Reddit. He does go for a couple of zoomies, but we'll always kind of make sure he's alone. And at the moment, he was hanging out with other dogs and stuff, but we're kind of like pulling that back and getting his recall a bit better, so he doesn't I don't know, he's getting a bit hyper and a bit too confident now. So
Yeah, fair enough. And doesn't keep up with you on runs. So.
Oh, definitely not. No, I try to to give him a bit of exercise, like run along with him, like as fast as I can. But he's just like dragging me along. Yeah,
yeah. Because you're a little bit into your fitness and stuff. Hey, like more so gym or
yeah. So gym, and I was running for a while. That's kind of like I'd planned to do like a marathon. I don't know if that's going to happen this year, but
it will happen. It will happen. Speak it into existence.
Yeah. I want to do that, and eventually, just run a little bit more for fun. But yeah, mainly like I'll just have like a little workout and go to the gym and do it that I've kind of picked up from various places.
Nice.
Had a PT very briefly, but I don't know, I hate being super social at the gym. Like it wasn't super social, but I don't know, I just want to like zone out and not talk to anyone.
I prefer that as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty big into the gym, and I prefer having like a workout buddy there to like spot me and I can spot them. But
who knows the deal? Like
exactly. But then like having an actual PT or someone to just talk to the whole time, I'm like, nah, not really for me.
Yeah, so. I'd never tried it before, and I was like, no, I want to do it. And then I was just like, after about 6 weeks, I was like, nah, like, I'd rather just do it myself.
I used to do PT sessions, and I found it difficult as well because like I wanted to help them at the same time. I was like, I wouldn't really want someone doing what I'm doing, so it was hard to kind of.
Yeah, I feel for them because they've got to kind of read their clients, and like she was kind of telling me that you got to kind of read, what level someone's at or what they like and what they don't like, and if you misread it or whatever, I guess like you might lose a client. So that's because people, I'm sure they just like ghost them all the time.
It does happen. Yes, can confirm it happens. So. Do you still do like HIIT kind of stuff, or is it mostly like weights?
Yeah, mostly like weights and stuff now. I was doing some HIIT classes. I was at Fit Stop for a while, and before that, like just to get myself into fitness. Before that, I did like and before that, I did like Les Mills things, like like with all the old ladies at the leisure centre. And it was just to get me into fitness and keep me accountable because I'm really good when I kind of see it as a bit of a competition, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to do a little bit heavier than this person next to me. And but I got like a little bit of an injury about a year ago at Fit Stop, probably just like ego lifting and something like that. Like, lifting a bit too heavy when I shouldn't have. And then after that, I kind of was like, I just want to try and do things myself because it was like, I don't know, when there's an instructor and it's like a whole group of people, sometimes you do miss out on learning things properly. But it was really good. I enjoyed it. But again, the social element, I was like, I can't be bothered. Like, I just want to go and not anyone talk to me.
Fair.
Yeah.
It's nice to be an introvert sometimes when you go to the gym.
I'm a huge introvert.
Hey everyone, sorry to interrupt the episode. I just want to take a quick moment to thank the partner of today's episode, Flasher Clothing. Flasher Clothing is a Perth-based clothing brand that ships orders across the world to provide you with high-quality tattoo-inspired clothing so that you can show off your style on more than just your skin. For a limited time, Flasher Clothing is offering 20% off all orders for our listeners when you use code FITG20 at checkout. That's FITG20 at checkout for 20% off your order. Thank you to Flasher Clothing for sponsoring the episode, Tattoo-Inspired Comfort. So have you made any kind of progress towards the marathon or half marathon?
No. So my partner and I were doing it, and I think we were about like a month into our training, and then we got the dog, and then we were like, who cares? So we'd like our outside time would be like taking him for a walk, and then we just both became really lazy. So.
Well, if you're up for it, do you know Sun Spirit Tattoos, Sam?
I do, yeah. I was actually talking to her today, actually.
There you go. We love Sam. Shout out to Sam.
Yeah.
So she does running and stuff, and she's doing the HBF Run for a Reason. And she's trying to get me to do it as well. So if you want to join the group, because I am in no way, shape or form ready to do a half marathon.
When is it? Is it? Because I feel like it's soon.
May.
Oh, that doesn't give me much time.
April. I might be wrong with that, but something like that.
Because I did it last year and it was really fun. But
was that the half or?
I actually only did the 12K. Okay. I've done a half before, but I wasn't really in the right fitness for it.
Yeah. No, because because now I live by the beach, I did a beach run and I did 10K the other morning.
Oh, yeah.
And I tried to get under 50 minutes. That was my goal.
That's good.
Not even fucking close.
Oh,
I got
really?
like 52.5 or something.
That's
the whole,
all right.
The whole run back, I just had the headwind, and it was like one of the days where it was pretty hot. Like not 40 degrees, but I think it was like 35.
Was it on sand, was it?
No.
Oh,
On
I was
the
going to say that's hard, isn't it?
I went from like near the end of Brighton Beach, like the Dog Beach, up to Trig Beach.
Yeah.
So it was like, 5K there and then.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Oh my God, like my heart rate got up to 202.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And then, because I walk to the beach, do the run, and then run back, and then walk back home. And the walk from the beach back to my house is just like hills.
Oh no!
And going there,
You're
I was like, I just want to die. Like my water bottle is at the house as well. I was like, no. As soon as I got home, turned on the cold water in the shower, and I laid down in the shower and just like waterboarded myself. I was like, just don't want to do it anymore. Called my boss. I was like, hey, I'm gonna be like an hour late because I'm just dying.
Yeah, you probably got like heat stroke or something, or like 202.
Yeah.
I didn't really know about the heart rate thing because you're meant to only run like to a certain heart rate or something.
I don't know much about it either.
Yeah, I was just like running for fun and like whatever, and apparently there's all these things you can do that help. But mine gets up to like 180, 190. And then I was with my partner like running at the same time. His was lower, and he was like, you should just like run at the pace that your heart rate sort of to a certain point. And then I was like, oh, okay, it's a lot slower, but like you're not dying sort of thing. But apparently you run slow to run fast. So
yeah, that's it. Yeah, because I think my average was like 188 or 186 or something, so that was okay. But it was towards the end where I was like, fuck, I'm close to 50 minutes. I got to like push myself.
Oh yeah, the last little bit where you're like, everything left and you're just dead at the end.
Oh yeah, I was very much dead at the end. So
well done for doing a 10K.
Thank you very much. I hated every second of it and would not recommend it. Highly recommend it. But it's difficult because at the gym I'm training for like I'm not doing bodybuilding, but I'm doing bodybuilding style of training where it's like high volume and like slow kind of high reps, lots of sets and everything. So I'm doing that to try put on some size, and then I'm doing running to try like get fit. So it's just
the two. It's hard because I like those two kind of not really like extremes, but like they're kind of different goals, I guess. And I really like just both those things, but they're kind of like not cancelling each other out, obviously, but they follow very different training and all that stuff. So
because I also find it very difficult to put on weight. So I've like slowly been going up, and I'm now like 1 kilo off being where I want to be sitting at,
wicked.
Going up, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm right
there.
Yeah,
nice.
But then I also want to do the cardio, and then it just like pushes me back down. So
it's
difficult.
Because I've always enjoyed cardio. I know people hate it. But it doesn't promote muscle growth really. It
does not. No. But HBF run for a reason.
That sounds good. It will give me like if I have like a responsibility, like if I need to show up for people, I usually pull it together. So that sounds fun.
Yeah, because I was even messaging Sam when she was telling me about HBF, and she was like, "Oh yeah, me and my friends were doing like a 15K in the next couple of days. Do you want to come along?" And I was like, nah, I don't actually. But I'm busy that day, I think.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, she didn't even say what day, but I'm busy that day. So
yeah.
No, at some point I will.
I'll be sick that day.
Yeah, exactly. I'll check my schedule. I'm sick that day. I'll get there at some point. But that's right.
It is hard at first running. It's like
it is.
But once you get into that momentum, it's really like it's like meditation. But it's hard to get there.
What do you listen to when you run? Like music or podcasts or this podcast?
I've done a few things. Like I'll listen to music and it kind of annoys me because it's kind of like the same thing over and over again. So I started like not listening to anything for a bit.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
You don't listen to anything while you run?
Sometimes. Like I've tried listening to podcasts. That's really good if I'm trying to like keep my heart rate down because I'm like listening to it and but I don't know, like I need something to like give me a bit of motivation. But then sometimes when I like listen to music, it makes me run faster when I shouldn't be and things like that. So I just tried not listening to anything, and it's hard at first, but I quite enjoy it now. It's weird.
With all due respect, that might be one of the most insane things I've ever heard.
That's I know.
Wild.
I was like, no, absolutely not. But then my partner was like, no, you should try it. And then I was like, oh yeah,
that's grotty because if I'm running, I always listen to podcasts because I guess it's the ADHD in me. If I listen to music, I know roughly how long the song goes for. So then I end up counting, and then by the end of the song, I'm like, cool, I've been running for 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Yeah, I do that. But that's why, like, I think I stopped because I was like, it makes you think about things too much. And when you're, like, don't get me wrong, if I'm not listening to anything, I cannot be on a treadmill. Like, I've got to be out in a nice environment, like running by the river and stuff like that. Like, not even like back streets, has to be like the river and has to be people around sort of thing. But yeah, no, it's
that's wild. If I'm running, listening to a podcast and my earphones die, and all I can hear is myself going,
oh yeah,
I'm like,
you get angry as well.
I'm saying to myself, I'm like, shut the fuck, stop. Why are you breathing so loud? Like,
I've done that before. They've died, and like you've just got them in your ears, and so you can kind of hear your breathing, and like I just felt so much rage.
It pisses me off. It's the same as when you continuously yawn and you can't stop yawning, and like you keep yawning, and you're like, just stop yawning, shut up, you're so loud. I hate it. So hearing myself run for like an hour, I could not do it. Not a chance.
Yeah, nah. Can't be a treadmill. I hate treadmills, even with music. Like, they're just so boring, and I just look at like the time and like the pace and everything, and I'm like, nah, can't do a treadmill. But
any kind of cardio in the gym, I put my towel straight over the screen so I can't see how long I'm going for. Yeah, I have to, because otherwise I do the same thing. I just sit there. It's a bit torment.
A bit of torment. Yeah.
The whole gym is torment. So running is torment.
Yeah.
Life is torment. Is what it is. And then in terms of diet, you're pretty strict on your diet, hey?
Like, I'm vegan, obviously, so I don't eat anything that comes from an animal. But I wouldn't say I'm strict. Like, I feel like I eat anything that I want, and I kind of I live in my own little vegan bubble that I forget that there's other food, and I don't know, I just don't really see it as food anymore. But yeah, no, like, I wouldn't say I'm strict. I'm actually like, I gained a bit of weight over Christmas, and have been really slack on the gym. Yeah, I was like, like, usually I care, but I was like, I don't really care.
It's boring to be too strict.
Yeah, I'm like, I can just like, I can just like lose it if I wanted to, sort of thing. I'm just kind of enjoying life at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't say I'm super strict and stuff, but yeah, I feel like I still eat trash a lot of the time, but no, I guess I just don't eat animal trash.
Animal trash, nice. How long have you been vegan for? And do you like switch between like you're vegan, but then sometimes you'll eat stuff that would be vegetarian but not vegan, or do you just stay
I'm
vegan?
pretty like vegan. Like, obviously I've made mistakes and things like that. Like I remember buying like a tube of garlic, and I've been buying it for like probably even a couple of years, and I just randomly looked on the back. I thought it was just garlic, but it had like whey in it, and I was like, oh, well, great, can't have my little tube of garlic. So strict. No, I don't switch between vegan and vegetarian. I'm a little bit concerned. Like, I want to go traveling soon, and I'm worried about that though. Like, if I will have to kind of cut corners, but I don't want to. But
whereabouts are you going to?
I don't know yet, but I'm definitely going to Thailand in a few months. That's going to be pretty easy. I eat Thai food all the time, and like Vietnamese food, but like just the like explaining it to people sometimes. Like, a lot of people don't. They're like, oh, like what? Like, they obviously know what vegetarian and stuff, but vegan sometimes. I just feel like I almost feel really annoying to people, like, mentioning it. Like, oh, like, do you have anything vegan? I know, I feel kind of rude.
Yeah.
I hate telling people, kind of thing.
Yeah, because I've never been to Thailand or Vietnam, but I'm pretty sure they're normally pretty good with like vegan dishes and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I eat that kind of food all the time, so I'm not too concerned. But like, if I was to go, I don't know.
I don't think Bali's great for it.
Oh, Bali, I went recently. They're all right. Okay. They're pretty good. Southeast Asia I think would be fine. But just if I wanted to go anywhere else, like even like India, I know they're like a vegetarian like country and stuff, but like they use a lot of ghee and things like that, so animal fats. But I don't know, like, I'll figure it out, I guess.
Because the last guest that I had on, Anna from Main Street, she's vegetarian. I was telling her about like the top 50 list or top 40, whatever it is, and they do different foods and they have vegan dishes. And I think the top ones were like from, I think it was Costa Rica, Iran, and India.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, there you go. I haven't heard of any of them, but because I'm also not a foodie, so I don't really care.
Yeah, seafood, and I eat it.
Seafood diet.
Yes.
Classic, that joke. Yeah, nice. I don't think I could do vegan because I even struggled getting onto vegetarian because I just love meat. That's what she said. But yeah, like it's okay now. It's fine. It's coming up on 2 years. But
Oh yeah, wow.
vegan, a lot of the protein that I have comes from eggs and whey protein, and then I love milk. And
Yeah,
all
I'd
that,
say
so.
because of your goals and stuff, like I've never really tried to like put on weight and put on muscle and everything. So I'm guessing it would be a lot different for guys. Like obviously there are ways of doing it, but it would be like a huge adjustment sort of thing,
Absolutely.
and like probably like depriving you a lot more than you already are deprived when you're like doing that.
It is tricky because like even some of the guys I work with, they're like bodybuilders,
Yeah.
and they just have their meals of chicken, broccoli, and rice.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I could easily do that and I'd be fine with it, but I can't. I have to do tofu, beans, and rice, and I'm like, it's still protein and everything,
Yeah,
but it
it's
would be
probably
so much easier.
Yeah,
So.
it is like, yeah, that is one thing. Like it can be a lot. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, like, I wish, I ate meat and whatever sometimes, because it's just like the convenience. I don't really care about like the taste and stuff anymore. So yeah, it's more just like convenience sometimes. And like, I don't know, when you're like, just like, I don't know, on a road trip or something, and you just stop at like the little country bakery and there's like nothing, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, and you're like, can I just get like a cheese toasty or like a tomato toasty? And they're like, nah, it's just whatever's there. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Or it's just like, yeah, that'll be $20.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
Do you eat any of the plant-based like things from Coles, like the plant-based meats? Are they vegan or are they vegetarian?
Yeah, you can get vegan ones and stuff. I try not to eat too much processed stuff. I've been pretty bad lately. But so I'll eat mainly like tempeh and tofu, things like that. I love tempeh. Tempeh's my fave.
What's tempeh? Sorry, I have no idea.
I don't really know. It's like less processed than tofu, but you should try it. It's like it's like soybeans like compressed. It's like I don't even know. I eat it all the time. It's it's still like made TEMPEH. It's like originated in Indonesia, I think. But it's really yum.
Indonesian.
It's got a bit more flavour than tofu. Like
Looks like tofu though.
Yeah, it's a bit like, it's like bubbly almost. Like
there you go.
Yeah, you should try that if you get sick of tofu.
I don't really get sick of foods though. That's the thing. I've been eating
true.
tofu, beans, and rice for like the past 2 years.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
But I do want to try it now. Can you get it at Coles?
Yeah, like in the tofu section. Yeah, you should try it.
Go. Is a traditional Indonesian food made from fermented soybeans.
Yeah, so I'll like get a block of it and put oil and like salt, kind of like you would with meat, I guess. And then I'll put it in the air fryer for like 20 minutes, and it's really, really yum. Yeah.
Since moving in with my missus, she's got an air fryer. I've been
they're the
tofu in the
best.
air fryer.
Yeah,
so good.
It's just the best invention, hey? Like,
it's amazing.
I'd rather probably have that than a microwave almost. I feel like I use it more.
Fair. My coworker, this is like a completely off topic, but kind of. My coworker, she's about to move in with her sister, and she went to go heat up some of her food because she decided to do meal prep 3 weeks before she goes to Bali. Non-related. She doesn't want to look good for photos or anything. And she went to go heat up her meals, and she was like, am I going crazy, or do you guys not have a microwave? She's like, no, we don't use microwaves here. They're bad for you.
Oh,
I was like,
no.
that's one. I've never heard of people doing that.
I've
That's
heard
insane.
Someone has told me that, but I highly I don't know if I really believe that.
That's crazy, because who cares if they're good or bad for you? They heat up your food. If you use a microwave, you're going to die one day. If you don't use a microwave, you're still going to die one day. Like,
yeah, I
cares?
think they're like, oh, the radiation, but I remember having a look into it. Someone told me that they were like, oh, like I don't want to use, because I was trying to tell them, they were complaining that they were spending too much money, and I was like, oh, you're probably spending, you're buying your breakfast and your lunch every day sort of thing. And I was like, why don't you just like make a big curry, like portion it out and bring it in and microwave it sort of thing. And they were like, and you could just tell that they like didn't want to do that, but they still wanted to have their whinge sort of thing. And they were just like, nah, like when you like reheat things, like it like destroys all the nutrients in the food. And I was like, what? But like a bagel every day for breakfast is like is healthier. But yeah, like obviously they can do whatever they want. But I was like, even if it does kind of destroy a bit of the nutrients, you're just like eating to get through the day. Like
these kind of people don't let any sunlight hit their skin because of the UV. They piss in the sink to save water, and then they use the same bath water for three months just to save water. So
yeah, probably.
Like if you can't even have the joy of having heated up food, like what are you doing?
Yeah, no, I just think it's like, I've definitely heard like, oh, the radiation, but I don't know. It's
Okay.
Pretty sure that's been disproven, but like.
Also, even if it hasn't, that's a risk that I'm willing to run in order to eat heated up food.
Well, it's even like, you know how they mobile phones originally came out and they said like don't sleep with it next to your bed or you know, it'll give you cancer in your ear or whatever. And I'm like, people would still take that because they want their phone.
100%. Like, I would still take that. I'm like,
I'm like, I just couldn't probably put it down.
Honestly, if that's what takes me out, then
like so be it.
Yeah, that's it. Good work, universe. And then going off all of that, completely unrelated, I know another reason that you secretly wanted to come on the podcast was defend your homeland of Kalgoorlie for me shitting on it in one of the episodes.
Oh, no.
So Kalgoorlie's still a shithole, but
even more so now than when I left.
More so? Oh, okay. Yeah. It lost an angel. Yeah. So how long did you spend in Cal before you moved to Perth?
I was born there and I left when I was just about to turn 19. So, and I'd never even moved home before. Like I was in the same house, same street. So moving was like huge for me. Like I've been, and what am I now? I'm 30. So I've been here for like 12 years, I think. 12?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. Nice.
12, 13, yeah.
And you miss Kalgoorlie so much, I'm assuming?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
She doesn't because it's a shithole. So,
I don't miss it. The first year was pretty tough and I wanted to go back because it was just familiar and I didn't even know where I was. Like back when I moved to Perth, I didn't even have a smartphone. I think I bought my first smartphone in the first year I moved here. And so I didn't have like a GPS or anything like you do now. And I only just got my license as well. I've been driving for like 3 weeks and like driving in Kalgoorlie is very different than driving in Perth. Well, you know, used to it now, but the streets in Kalgoorlie are like 5 times as wide as they are. So you can, do whatever you want basically. You didn't have a GPS on your phone. So I would have to like print out the Google Maps directions on a piece of paper and have it like on the seat. And I just remember getting like just getting lost all the time, trying to like see like the directions and everything. Tried to go in the city, ended up at the beach one time and I was just like had a breakdown. And that's when I would miss Kalgoorlie. But other than that, like Perth a lot more.
Trying to look at your printed out Google Maps and there's a greyhound crawling across you and you start speeding and all of that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard someone else say that. I don't know if they were from Kalgoorlie, but someone saying that they had to print out Google Maps and all that. But that's,
the olden days, I
mean, I suppose I was never even close to driving in those kind of...
Those conditions.
Those kind of conditions because I got my license in 2017.
Oh,
so I'm just a baby, so I never had to deal with that.
Oh, you're lucky, yeah.
I remember my parents when we went on road trips because we're from the country and they had to get out the old map book and...
Yeah, I know. I remember that. Or like people like bought the Navman things, or like and you had I remember you had to take them out of your car when you parked it, so no one stole it and things like that. And now it's so easy. I don't go anywhere without my maps. So.
Yeah, there you go. Do your parents still do you still talk to your parents?
Yeah.
Just be like, do your parents? You're like, no, they don't. Nothing. Nice. Do your parents still do the thing where, I don't know if it's a country parent thing, where like you ask them or you're meeting them somewhere and they're like, oh, it's on the corner of this street. And it's like, you could tell me it doesn't matter. I'm still going to put it into Google Maps.
Yeah. I feel like a few people do that to me. They're just like, you know where this is? And it's a place I've been so many times. And they're like, you know where this is? Oh, it's right between there. And I'm just like, yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's like, nah, like completely like rely on my maps 100%. Yeah.
I don't know where anything is. Like
my
dad is so country every time he comes up to Perth to visit. He's like, oh, I'll meet you on like this street and this street. Just take a left on this street. And I'm like,
nah, that goes through one ear and out the other. I'm just like, yeah, sure. And I just put the address.
Yeah. I'm just going to put it in my maps. And even one of my best mates, he came to the housewarming that we just had and he left like his cooler bag or something. And I was saying to my missus, I'll have to go drop it off to him. She's like, oh, like what's his address? I'm like, gonna have to ask him. Got no idea. I've been to his house like 5 times, but I've got no idea where it is.
No, I don't take on that kind of information. It's just like, nah. I'll just ask for it when I need it.
Exactly. Why bother?
I don't store that.
I don't even have his phone number, to be honest. I just message him on Messenger and Snapchat.
Yeah, I don't take people's phone numbers either. It's just not a thing anymore.
I think so. We've changed with the times.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Messenger, my partner doesn't have Facebook, and so I have to text him, and I find it so abrasive. I'm like, just can you get Messenger or something? But
doesn't use Facebook.
Nah, he's not on social media at all. He's like he's got my account on his phone, like my Facebook account, and he uses it for Marketplace. But since I gave it to him, he just sits there and scrolls and like, yeah.
Greyhound toys, greyhound beds.
No, don't even joke. Like it's actually pretty accurate. But yeah, and he's also got, so my dog has an Instagram that I made, and he's kind of taken over that account, and it's the first time he's had social media in a really long time because he deleted it all, and he loves it. But he's like, oh no, I'm just gonna follow dog stuff. I'm not gonna get like hooked into social media and stuff like that. And I'll just see the stories that he posts and stuff.
Please don't tell me it's one of those accounts where it's like, Mum and Dad took me for a walk today.
No, I follow a lot of greyhounds and stuff who do that, so like kudos to them. It's really cute, but like I just can't do it. It's
I hate it so much.
Like Mummy and Daddy and like my friends. I think it's cute, but it's like I can't do it. Like,
cute's one word for it. Like even one of my old co-workers, she's got a golden retriever and she set up an account and she does that, and I'm like, you're lucky that I love your dog more than anything, because anyone else, I would despise this kind of behavior. Like, it's cringe. Like
I might say like cuddles with mama or something like that.
You just said you don't do it. You can't. You can't have both.
Cuddles with mama. No, I don't think I've done anything other than that. But
what's the account called?
It's called Neville the Greyhound.
Neville the Greyhound. I don't know if
I haven't really like shared it or anything. It was kind of like to prevent me from just posting on my personal accounts all the time and boring people with my dog. I was like, I'll just make him an account.
If people get annoyed at you for posting your dog on
True. I probably overthought that.
Like, they can get over it.
Just block me, unfollow me.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, Neville the Greyhound.
Neville the Greyhound, found it.
But it's also like
Greyhound.
A little, just like memories and stuff. Like, yeah.
Yummy. Nice. Okay. Not saying too much. Mum and Dad, blah, blah, blah.
What do I write? Okay. I wrote in one post, kisses for mama.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at right now as well. Nice. Okay. Yeah. I'll allow that, I suppose.
Yeah. I thought it was appropriate.
Just for Neville. I'll allow that. Cool. We'll get into some rapid fire and would you rathers so that we can let you go. I've got to pull them up because I forgot my book. So, what was your first ever job?
My first ever job, I was 15 and I worked in Kmart for like 3 months. Nice. Hated it.
Kmart Kalgoorlie.
Yeah, Kmart Kalgoorlie. Like, I think the job wasn't too bad. I was literally just standing at a till all day. But I think like the Kmart ladies just made it all the more worse. So I didn't want to go back. I was like, nah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was more the staff.
Nice. Did you dabble in a lot of retail or
that was
just Kmart?
Probably my only retail job, but I was in hospitality for a while. I don't know if I would prefer retail. Retail sounds a bit scary, but hospo, like I guess people kind of still treat you the same, like dog shit. But
it's like most things in the world.
Yeah, like any kind of service, like people, they've never worked in it before, so you get it.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I deal with people, but I'm like over the phone in an office. It's so bad.
Much prefer that. You got kind of a script to like de-escalate things and stuff, but when it's like in person, you're like,
Yeah, but also my fuck around find out meter is just like, because some people test me and there's some days where I'm just like, oh, okay, cool, hang up. Like,
like you can do that. You can kind of like quickly escape.
Yeah, like one of my co-workers had this situation, like I won't say too much about it, but this person just basically being a complete asshole, and we were just trying to help her. And then basically sent my co-worker a message saying, oh, fuck you, you've been useless, I'm going to get my lawyers to contact you and stuff. Like, she's done nothing wrong, she's just trying to help her, and she reckons that she's being useless.
Oh my God.
She's like, I'm going to get my lawyers. And I'm like, send the lawyers to my house and I will tell them, hi, welcome.
Well, it's just like it's a lawyer. Like no one would probably take that seriously. And like if you got like, I don't know what, like a cease and desist, you can just like chuck it in the bin if you want. Yep. Like they can choose to like
legit.
It's just to scare you.
Like, all it was because she she was trying to get workers' comp or something, and then we were trying to like help her to go the right direction, and we pointed her in the same direction she's been told to go, and she said that we were useless, and she's going to get her lawyers to contact us.
Yeah, some people just don't want a solution; they just want to have a gripe. Mm-hmm. Like so many times, like just like trying to help someone, like, okay, this is the issue. How do you want to sort it out? Or like, do you want me to give you a refund? Do you want me whatever? Because I just used to do anything. I'm like, I don't care. Like, it's not my company, sort of thing.
Exactly.
So yeah, but some people, they just want to have a go at you, and you're just like, all right, like I'm the punching bag sort of thing. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm just like glad that I don't have like those kind of problems. And you know what I mean? Like, you know, their life must be so easy. Like, that's all they've got to gripe about.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. Just let it all out. Then
I had it recently, actually. I was like in Freo at the South Freo Dog Beach, and like I was on the pathway, and like on the grass you're not meant to have dogs, and so my dog just kind of veered off to do a poo, and I was like, well, I'm not dragging my dog off while he's doing a poo, and this lady just came up and she's like, you're not meant to have dogs on the grass, and I was just like, okay, he's just doing a poo, and she just kept going on and on and on, and I was just like, what are you talking about? Like, do you want him to shit on the pavement? And she's like, there's lots of beach you can go on. I'm like, so my dog's ready to do a poo. You want me to like drag him to the beach? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And I was like, I just would never have the audacity to go up to a complete stranger and be like, hey, don't do that. And she was saying like, I'll call the ranger and all this stuff. And I was like, I'm just not used to that kind of confrontation. So I was just like, can you mind your own business? Like,
honestly, like she did all of that when she could have very easily just gone,
who gives a shit?
And just kept walking like everyone else did in that situation.
I know, and like there's like I saw dogs walking on that. Oh, who even cares? But like I just saw so many dogs walking, and I'm just like, I don't give a like crap, you know.
Yeah. Like, it's not as if your dog went to go do a shit and you like just like took the lead off and just like started going to the beach or something, left your dog there. It's like,
yeah, it's weird.
You can see what's happening. Just put the pieces of the puzzle together. Like dog taking a shit, grass there.
I think people like they're just waiting for it, or they like some people really love the confrontation or something, and I'm like, I couldn't think of anything worse.
People are just
like
assholes.
to live your life like that. It was really bizarre.
Like if you have enough time in your life to be focused on that kind of shit, get a hobby. Like
I was just like kind of like, because it doesn't happen to me very often. Like I keep to myself a lot, and then I was like, I don't know how to process this.
Yeah, because
what the fuck?
Kind of somewhat similar. Me and my partner were taking our two dogs for a walk, just along like the path to the beach and everything, and there was not a single person on the path. And like obviously you meant to stay left and everything, but then we were on the left, and then they were like sniffing the plants over on the right because there was like old shrubbery and stuff. They were just like going. And then we saw like a cyclist coming up. We're cyclists. It was an old guy on like some old bike. And he was just like coming up. And then we, rather than like dragging the dogs across to the left, we just like went over to the right to just like keep them off the path as much as we could. And he just comes up and stays on the left side, goes right past us and goes, stay on the left. And me and my partner just looked at him and we're like, stay on the left. We're like, there's no one else on the fucking path. You just go on the other side for this like 5 meters. That's all you have to do.
I don't know, because if I was in his position, I like wouldn't even think that. I would just be like, I'm just going to go around. Exactly. Or like, I'm just going to go about, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even come across my brain to be like rude about it or like, something.
If it was a packed path, we obviously would have got the dogs and taken them across, but not a single soul on the path. Just go around us. It's fine.
I've had similar things like where you're just walking on like a bicycle only path, like just to get to where you need to go, not for very long, and like just like, oh, like cyclists only and all this stuff. And I'm like, I just couldn't even, I don't know. Like
just breathe and take 2 seconds and the problem will be solved. You don't have to be a complete dick about it.
Yeah, but no, I think some people actually love it, hey?
They do. They do. Yeah. For no reason. They just want drama. Wake up, choose violence. And
they've got nothing else going on.
Yeah. And these people are normally old.
Yeah, I know. Try not to be like judgmental, but...
No, I'll be judgmental. I don't care. That's fine. Biggest pet peeve? And if it's not old people complaining about stuff that's
definitely up there.
But
no, my biggest pet peeve is probably like people who say they're going to do something just to kind of like look like a good person, but then they never do it.
Okay.
So it's just like, I'll say that I'm a good person, or like, I'm going to do this thing for you, like, oh, I'll volunteer. But then when it comes to it, they're like, or like not even that, but they'll forget, or it's just to kind of look a certain way. Like, I don't know, I just look at behavior rather than what people say. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's probably like my biggest pet peeve.
All walk, no talk.
Yeah, I just hate
talk,
that.
no walk.
Because I'm like, just don't say anything. Like, I'd rather you not offer than like I don't know, put me out by, you know, not rocking up or not, you know, not following through. I hate that.
I'd rather someone just be like, hey, I'm not coming because I don't want to, rather than be like, no, I'll be there. And then just...
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, my goldfish's uncle's real estate agent's birthday is coming up.
Yeah, because you always know it's like bullshit as well.
Yeah.
It's like when, like, even when clients do it, you're just like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, it's fine. You don't even have to give me an excuse. Just be like, oh, I'm not coming in or like whatever. But when people are like, oh, like this reason, I'm just like, yeah, okay. And it's all right, but it's just like, you don't even have to tell me why.
Would you rather have someone do that whole thing of, I was late because of this and this and this and this, and this is why I'm half an hour late and it's all bullshit, or them just no-show?
Oh, I'd probably have them want to rock up. Hey, like no-show is probably more rude. Okay. But I'd rather you just come in and be like, I'm so sorry, I slept in. Like, and even when I'm like running late to something, I always think in my head, okay, what's my excuse? But then I'm like, nope, just be like, sorry, I'm late. And then I just say nothing. Like, I'm just like, even though the urge to be like, this is the reason why, I'm just like, nah, just like, I'm sorry. Like, you know? Yeah. So, yeah.
Because I told you during the consult as well that your coworker, Ali, shout out to Ali, me and my partner went to go get tattooed by her, and I could have sworn that the email and everything I had reminders in my phone for 10:30.
Yeah.
And we were like in the car on the way there, and we were going to be late by like 2 minutes. I was like, fuck, I'm stressing.
Yeah.
Walk into the shop, and like the look she gave us, she was like, you're here.
She's defeated.
Yeah, she was like, oh, so you're here. And I was like, I'm so sorry. She was like, you know you're meant to be here at 10. I was like, what? No, I'm so sorry. And she was like, yeah, okay. And she was like, yeah, fucking classic. People showing up late, and like the whole session, we were there pretty much like 5 hours. The whole time I was like, can I get you like a drink or food or anything?
She would have been fine.
I promise I thought it was 10:30.
Yeah, you would have felt so shitty. I'm the same. Like if that happens to me, like even though it's like I'll get over things really quick. Like, you know, if that happens, I'm like, okay, cool. I still get to tattoo, whatever. But like if it was me in that position, I would just be like stewing over it all day.
It still keeps me awake at night. But I was like, like even if I'm going to be a minute late on, like while I'm at traffic lights, I'll be like, hey, I'm so sorry, I'm going to be a minute late. And then to be like, show up and she's like, you're fucking half an hour late. And I didn't even realize. So she ended up being okay. So God bless her. And I paid a little bit extra and like bought some merch and all that. But oh my God, I still feel so guilty because I'm always on time and...
No, and like sometimes shit just happens. Yeah. Like I also like try to remember that as well. Like, I mean, I've like been late to appointments in my life kind of thing. So when people are like a little bit late, I'm like, like whatever. Like it's just more stress for me to like hold it in.
Yeah. Like you're like, I saw you taking your dog and pooing on the grass.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Pet peeves.
Yeah.
What artist has been on repeat? Are you Spotify or Apple Music?
I'm YouTube Music. No, it's actually really good. So
so is not listening to anything while you go for a run, hey? Yeah.
No, I had Spotify for years, but then I was like, I want to save money, and like I got rid of all my subscriptions. And then I was going to use like the ad one or whatever, but then my partner, I might just call him James. I keep saying my partner, but yeah, James's brother, he got YouTube Premium, and then it just comes with like a few other profiles, and so I jumped on that, and it's been ongoing for a few years now. So it's just free music, so I'm like, I'll just use YouTube, and it's got everything that Spotify has plus more, because anyone can upload anything to YouTube. So there's so much on there. I don't know. I just use it. It's good.
Okay, so wild again. But, what artist has been on repeat for you in 2024 so far?
24, probably Mac Miller and The Weeknd, but I like look at lo-fi versions of their songs, and like big mixes of them, just to have on at the studio. Like I just have very chill, or like even some jazzy like lo-fi. Probably Mac Miller, I'd say. And I'm like, I can't believe I didn't really like even listen to him before. He's so good, but
I pretty much know nothing about Mac Miller. Like,
I don't really either. I just like some of his songs now.
If you play like some of his top songs, I might have heard them, but I don't know that they're Mac Miller.
Yeah.
But I need you to confirm something for me.
Yeah.
Did you ever see when I was posting those things about people saying I looked like Mac Miller?
Yeah.
Do you see it at all? I need to know.
Kind of. Like there's something.
I don't
It's not a very obvious thing, but it's like, might be the eyes or something.
I don't know. I feel like it's just white guy with like a gingerish kind of beard.
Maybe it's just like some sort of aura. You know how people don't look like people, but I don't know. There's
because I don't like. I'll happily take it. I don't know anything about the bloke or anything, but I'll take it. Like if I look.
Yeah,
like Mac
I remember.
Miller,
I think
I don't see it. I genuinely do not see it, even in the slightest.
maybe I don't know. I think it's mainly your eyes. But
Okay.
yeah, but I don't know. I'd like to hear some opinions, but yeah.
I would like to know as well. If anyone can tell me why they think I look like Mac Miller, I would love to hear it because I don't get it. Because even, I think I've told this before, but one time my car broke down at like a shopping centre and I had to call RAC. And as I was walking from outside the shopping centre back to my car on level 2, 3 cars passed me, put down their windows and went, "Oi, Mac Miller." And I was like really sick that day. And I was like, am I losing it? What
really?
the fuck
3
is it?
people?
3 people in the space of about 5 minutes. Just going, "Oi, Mac Miller." I was like, what is happening? And
Maybe like your style as well. But the more I'm like looking at you, that I can kind of see it now, but I don't really know what to pinpoint. Like, I don't know.
well, I'm alive, so.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Spicy.
I would do some kind of like Mac Miller quote or impersonation or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, no,
anything
I
about
don't really
it,
know
so.
much about him either. But yeah, no, I've just been listening to like lo-fi versions of his songs and it's been really nice.
I think he has a song called Donald Trump. I
Yeah.
think, and he dated Ariana Grande.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I know as well. But yeah.
So I'm basically Mac Miller.
Yeah.
My missus looks like Ariana Grande. No, she doesn't. Not in the slightest. But she's prettier.
Yeah.
She's not going to watch it, but that's fine. Cool. On to the would you rather, the fun part. Have you got a would you rather? I know that you don't like would you rathers. Is there any that Jimmy, I'm going to call him Jimmy, I hope that's all right.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Any that he's said? Because I know that you said he likes them.
Other than just the tiger versus bear, I'm really bad with like thinking things on the spot, but no, I can't really think of any.
Okay, I can give you one of mine, and if you can think of one in the meantime,
I'll try.
Then by all means. So this is one of my favourite ones ever. It's not a would you rather. It's a would you take it. So like you have an offer, and you can either keep living your normal life, or you can take this offer.
Okay.
So you can teleport anywhere in the world instantly for the rest of your life, but 5 times per year you will violently shit yourself, like violent diarrhea, explosive. Completely randomly 5 times every year.
Completely randomly?
Yeah.
Oh.
And the rule is, because people say, oh, when I shit myself, I'll just teleport to a toilet. You can't teleport within 10 minutes of shitting yourself.
I'd probably take the teleporting, hey, and just shit myself 5 times a year.
And the other rule is anyone that you tell about it, so like family and friends and stuff, when it happens, they forget that it happens. As in, so like if you say to your partner, just letting you know, I can teleport, but I will shit myself 5 times this year. And when I say shit myself,
they'll
like,
forget that you told them that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
okay.
you do it and they're like, what the fuck? And you can't hide it. I'm talking about like explosive. It's running down your leg. Everyone knows that it's just happened.
Okay. That's pretty shitty. But
So-
yeah, I don't know, but being able to teleport would be pretty cool. And like, I guess there's more to that than like, I guess the shitting thing is more that's a social embarrassment. So I don't know, you just have to get really good at, you have to think of some reason why you do that. Like, I guess like, oh yeah, I have this thing, like I'm sick or something.
So you'd take it?
I think so. I think so. It's pretty cool.
Me and my mates were talking about, imagine like all 5 just come in like January 1st.
Oh.
And then you've just got the rest of the year.
Okay, so they could, they're not
cool.
spread out. Okay.
They could be. You don't know.
Oh,
They're
you
just
don't
random.
know. They're just random.
Or what if you've done it once all year and it's like
Oh,
New
no.
Year's Eve or something and you're at a New Year's Eve party. You're like 4 times during this party, I'm going to be fucked.
Yeah, I guess I would probably just hide if I knew that I had some left and it was New Year's. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because you'd always be thinking it might be coming as well. So you'd be kind of on edge a little bit. So that might be stressful.
You could also decide that you want to go get a croissant from Paris and then just go bang and then you're there.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, so that would be sick. So I think I would take it. That's too much to pass up just for...
So if Jimmy starts smelling anything in the next few days, that's why.
And I'm the only one who can teleport. I can't take people with me. Like I can...
We'll go with you can hold people's hands and teleport with them.
Okay.
But you have to be like physically touching them.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think I would, yeah. What would you do?
I think I'd take it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think most people would.
Yeah,
I don't
it's a
know.
pretty good offer.
Yeah.
What if it was you violently shoot yourself once a day?
I don't know about that. That's a lifestyle change, isn't it?
It is a bit.
Yeah.
Well, it depends how often you normally shit yourself, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, if it's like a violently shitting, like.
Do you shit yourself once a day?
No.
No. Twice?
No. Yeah, I don't know. Once a day is a bit excessive. I feel like I'd just be like sick or like, I don't know, like wouldn't that be?
You would get pretty ill.
Yeah. That's like probably not, maybe.
You heard it here first. Claire does not want to shit herself once a day.
No.
Would rather not, hey?
No, not explosively, no.
Oh, okay. It was regular, then that's okay.
That's okay, yeah.
Have you thought of any would you rathers?
Can I just talk about the tiger and the bear one?
Go ahead. So what is it?
So, who would win in a fight, a tiger or a bear? And it's like a grizzly bear, I guess. And like a big ass tiger, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of my friends reckon like the bear, but I don't know. I reckon maybe the tiger because it's like tigers are huge and agile, and the bear would be kind of slow and like it's a cat as well. It can.
I could be wrong, but I feel like tigers can probably swim better than bears as well.
I don't know. I think bears can swim because don't they get the? No, maybe not.
I feel like they can walk in water, okay, but they probably
and like snap up fish and stuff. But maybe they don't swim. But like I don't know. I feel like a tiger could like jump on its back and like bite it and stuff. Maybe.
I think it would be close.
Yeah.
I reckon if you did it 100 times, one of them would win 55 times.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I think I would go with the bear if it was a grizzly.
Yeah, see, everyone does, but I think it might be the tiger. I don't know. I'd need to actually look at like
There's probably like a definitive answer.
Probably, yeah. There's probably a Reddit thread about it. Like,
100%.
I'll read that, and there'll be
100%.
someone who like breaks it all down and like, yeah. Like, depending on the weight and things like that, yeah. You'll be able to find it.
No, if you look at the statistics.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, Reddit. Yeah, I think I would say the bear.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's too many pros and cons for each side. Get a notepad out. Let's do the math.
Yeah.
I think the bear.
Yeah, I guess it's assuming like my whole thing is like assuming the bear is like kind of slower than the tiger, but maybe they're actually pretty quick and.
But then also it doesn't really matter how slow it is, does it? Because it's not like it has to chase after the tiger.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I think the tiger's like agile and it can like jump around. I don't know. Like I don't know what. But I think maybe I just like to go against the grain. Maybe
is the bear on cocaine?
No, I'd say they're both sober. If the bear's on cocaine, then the tiger has to be on cocaine.
Fair call. I think I'd say the bear.
Okay, yeah. Everyone does.
Okay. We'll look it up after this. Off that kind of one, here's another one. Again, not a would you rather, but what is the strongest or best animal you think you could beat in a fight to the death with your bare hands?
Oh shit.
And again, I'm saying like not 100 times out of 100, but I'm saying majority of the time, or like
animal, like the biggest animal kind of thing.
Just
like
the best animal. So
animal
doesn't have to be like the biggest, but just like the strongest kind of, the one you would be most proud
your
of being able to
hands.
beat. Yeah.
Oh shit. I don't know. I'm going through them in my head. I was like, I don't know why a giraffe came up.
No chance. You think you could beat a giraffe?
No, I don't know why it popped into my brain, but I was just like, I don't. Yeah,
100 times.
Stump.
100 times out of 100, a giraffe would beat you in a fight.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not just you. Anyone.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, like a zebra. I don't know why I'm thinking of African animals, but like, nah, like horses and like zebras, no way. Like
horse would fuck you up.
Yeah,
Not
it would really fuck me up. And then I don't know, like.
Best kind of ones I can think of, I think kangaroo.
You reckon? A kangaroo? They can like disembowel you, can't they?
Yeah, they could. That's what I'm saying. Wouldn't be easy. By no means am I saying it would be easy, but I think if you did it right, you could do it.
Yeah, you probably could, yeah.
Get behind them kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah,
just like
get close enough where they can't kick you, then they use, because if they have to use their hands, they're gone.
Yeah, true.
Because you're going to be stronger than it, but if they use their feet, then you're fucked.
Yeah, true. Yeah, a kangaroo is, yeah, probably.
I've been told that I'm stupid for thinking this, but I think some birds of prey, I think you could beat. I think that they would scratch the shit out of you and fuck you up, but I don't think that they would kill you.
Yeah, I don't know if they could kill, like, unless there was a few of them, but like, no, I don't think one. No, I don't think one, like an eagle or something would probably like could probably claw your eyes out, but like kill
Exactly.
you, like probably not.
I think if you just spent enough time kind of covering your eyes and stuff, eventually they would latch onto you, which would hurt. But I think if you got a hold of them, I think it's kind of over.
Yeah.
I could be wrong though.
Yeah.
No.
They're probably like way bigger in person as well. I'm thinking like a little bird, but it's probably huge. Like
They are. That's the other thing. You failed the test because you're a vegan. You meant to say I wouldn't fight an animal. So
I was thinking, I was just like, I wouldn't kill any animal. But
a soybean.
a soybean, yeah.
That's what I would be. To fight. Nice. Cool. I'll let you go. Where can people find you, either on socials, or if you want them to find you in person, then where can they find you in person?
On socials, you can find me at Claire Ellen Tattoo, all one word. I basically just use Instagram. I've tried TikTok, but it's a bit of a rabbit hole and
It is.
like get a bit stuck in it. I'm in my own private studio at the moment, so you just have to contact me, and upon booking, I will give you the location.
There you
So
go.
yeah.
There you go. Nice. And if you see any of her reels pop up, just know she doesn't want to have to do them. The algorithm says
they're
you gotta
so
do 'em.
cringe as well. But I'm like,
They're not
like
cringe.
I
They're not
look
cringe.
at them and I'm like my stomach kind of drops. So I'm like, they want consistency.
Who does Zuckerberg own Instagram?
I think so. Yeah.
Because it's Meta. It's part of Meta. So
Yeah.
you got to do what Zuck Daddy wants.
I know. Yep.
Got to play by his rules.
Yep.
Nice, cool. I'll chuck your Instagram in the show notes and
Thank
everything.
you.
Anything else you want to promote or anything before we sign off?
No, I'm not really doing much at the moment.
Just
Hey,
hanging
like just
out?
chilling, enjoying life. Yeah.
What vegan treats can people bring in when they come to their appointments?
I'm more of a savoury kind of gal than sweet. So anything like hummus, crackers, like vegan cheese, I'm pretty keen on.
Bring in hummus, crackers, and vegan cheese, and then while you're getting tattooed, just feed it to you.
Yeah, just like dip it in and
Yeah.
feed it straight to me.
Nice, good stuff. And please be sure to like, subscribe, follow, share. Find us on most socials, either FITG_pod or podcast. And shout out to Flasher Clothing, flasher.clothing, for the sponsorship and everything. That's it for us. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Later.